Welcome to Celebrating Act Two. Celebrating Act Two is the user manual for the second half of your life.
Just swell.
Hey, John, good to see you again. I like to be pretentious when I have a glass of wine in front of me.
Cool.
It might just be something out of a brown bag, but I like to hold it up. And I have a quote that I found. Actually, we found it in I think an Esquire cartoon. And the quote is, "I think you'll be amused by its impertinence." And everybody always chuckles at that. Because
it was a James Thurber cartoon from the New Yorker, but you got it pretty close.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I know Art has a toast.
It's an amusing little burgundy. I think you'll be impressed by its impertinence, right?
Yeah, mine is here's mud in your eye. Actually, I hear people who wax poetic with things like having wine and good food and company and the time to enjoy it. But and it's normally said in a foreign language. So I do the one that I know best, which is La Via del Tren Subterráneo es muy peligrosa. It's the only words of Spanish that I can string together. And it comes from the one I used to ride on the subways, which said subway tracks, La Via del Tren, subway tracks are dangerous. But anyway, that's here's mud in your eye.
Down the hatch.
Okay, help us, John, because we would like to know some decent quotes and salutations.
Who said what about wine?
Well, I compiled a bunch of them all from the movies, so I'll give you guys a little quiz here, and they're all pretty funny in their own way. Who was it and where? They said, "What's tiramisu? Some woman is going to ask me to do it to her, and I'm not going to know what it is." Remember where that was from? That was from Sleepless in Seattle, when Tom Hanks hasn't been on a date in like 3 years, and he's seeing tiramisu being bandied about, and he asks his friend, "How do you do that?"
That's a great line. That's a great line, and a great movie. You got more?
A similar, the same director of this next movie, very famous line, "I'll have what she's having."
Oh yeah, Harry and Sally.
Sure.
Yeah. In the Carnegie Deli.
Was that a woman?
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
It was the directors who was Bob Reiner's mother.
His mother. Director's mother. Yeah.
And she says this, of course, after she sees Meg Ryan fake an orgasm at the table in Katz's Deli, and she's telling her.
Wait, that was a fake orgasm?
Well, yeah, unless Billy Crystal was doing something under the table.
She had just had tiramisu.
Exactly. James Bond had lots of great lines. On a previous show, I told you when he said about brandy, cognac, but here's one that almost got him killed. From Russia with Love, Robert Shaw is impersonating a British agent, and he's having lunch with in the train, the Orient Express, with Bond and Daniela Bianchi, gorgeous woman, and they order filet of sole, and Shaw orders a bottle of Chianti, the red kind, he says. And if you watch very carefully, Sean Connery's eyebrow arches, but he doesn't say anything. So later, when Shaw has him on the floor with a gun in Bond's face, Bond says, "Red wine with fish. That should have told me something." British.
Only James Bond can get away with that, with a gun in his face. Exactly. That's great. It's interesting because food, we in a previous episode, we've talked about food movies, but food is often used as a catalyst in movies. I think of all the classic food fights, but I'm really more interested in the great quotes.
The great quotes that became, it was a food fight, and when John Belushi and National went, "Food fight!" But that was fun.
Of course. But I was thinking more of great quotes that people make about food in films.
Well, yeah. No, for instance, this is a very famous quote. I hope you get. I'll try to do justice to my impersonation. I like an omelet and a chicken salad sandwich on wheat toast.
Oh yeah, hold up.
Bring
5 easy pieces.
Broken any rules.
Jack Nicholson.
5 easy pieces. Wow. Did you research all this?
I want you to hold it between your legs and off the floor.
With Karen Black. Jack Nicholson and Karen Black.
Yeah. Good movie.
Also, with Shaken Not Stirred, that would be going back to Bond. That's sort of like one of the most famous descriptions.
Almost as famous as You'll Be Amused by Its Impertinence.
Mm-hmm. Another one is in the Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers movies. A very funny actor, and Eric Blore was. He was a guy from Indiana, but he always used to play a foppish Italian gigolo. And so they fixed it up that he's going to be found in the boudoir with Ginger Rogers just to drive Fred Astaire crazy. And Fred Astaire, and he comes in. He says, "What's going on here?" And he says, "Do not worry. Your wife, she is safe with Tonetti. He prefers spaghetti." All right, where's this from, guys? You know what they call quarter pounder with cheese in France?
It's great. It's funny because I don't remember those quotes, but I remember the movies, and when you bring them up, I enjoy them all over again. It's terrific.
Fiction.
Do you have either from the movies or on your own a famous toast? What is your favorite toast?
My favorite toast. To all the girls I loved before.
There you go. and you have to sing it.
To all the girls I loved before.
That's the Willie Nelson imitation. Yeah.
The ones who travel out and found my door. I'm glad they came along.
All right. When Mariani starts singing, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, I was going to say sing us out.
Sing us out. John, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For more on Celebrating Act Two, visit our webpage, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends. Celebrating Act Two is the user manual for the second half of your life.